Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I am here today to share a half hexagon tutorial. I'm super excited to show you how to make hexagons using my A Quilting Life hexagon ruler, and I've even got a little pillow that I made that you can make as your finished project, or I've got a whole bunch of other ideas. But keep watching and I'll show you how to sew half hexagons. Okay, first I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory. Some of you might recognize my raspberry summer tote, and this is a pattern I designed. It's actually one of my first bag patterns that I ever did. I actually did some updates with this pattern and brought it back when we shared our raspberry summer collection. And I have a pattern for this bag, and it includes all of the directions for making the bag, and there is also a zipper flap in the bag, and it's fully lined. Anyway, there is a template in the pattern that you can trace for your hexagons. But a lot of people were reaching out to me and asking me about a template. And so I actually did have manufactured a template, which is the perfect size for my raspberry summer tote bag. And I mentioned this, I think, on the podcast before, and a few people have been buying these to use when they make the tote. But one thing I'm glad that we did, and I think you'll be able to see it there on this cutting mat, is that we also added in an extra line so that we could do half hexagons. So a half hexagon, it is cut, and it's a little bit more than half way, because that allows for the seam allowance of 2 half hexagons to be sewn together and make a hexagon shape. And this allows you for a more simple method of piecing. One thing I do want to point out, there are little tiny holes at each seam allowance so that you can stick a sharp pencil down through there and mark. For example, that's what I did when I sewed these full hexagons together. I marked and then I sewed kind of dot to dot from my markings on the back side of these hexagons. But when you're doing half hexagon sewing, you don't really need to worry about the dots. But so this ruler is pretty versatile because you can use it for regular hexagons and for half hexagons. The other thing that I really wanted when I designed it is I wanted it to work with charm square. So because this pattern is written for charm packs, and I plan on doing some other fun hexagon patterns with charm packs. And so anyway, I'm excited about this ruler. I do have it available in my shop right now. But what I wanted to do today was do a half hexagon sewing tutorial. And I'm just going to walk you through it. Believe it or not, these are all half hexagons. You can hardly tell when you look at them because, I mean, you just really, once it's quilted, you can't even tell with the seam. But this was a really fun project. I actually just whipped this up the other day, decided to make it into a pillow. I had some quilted soft and stable that I used for the backing, and I used my zipper with a flap covering back and did some binding. But let me just go ahead and show you what you do. So for this pillow, you'll need 24 charm squares. And you're going to cut those 24 charm squares into 48 half hexagons. Now you can stack up your squares if you want and cut a couple at a time. You just have to make sure that you're cutting the bigger all the way from one side of the ruler to that line. So you're going to put that dark line on the edge of your charm square so that we're getting the full half hexagon piece and not a smaller piece, if you can see that. So make sure you're cutting the bigger, that you're putting that line on the edge of your charm pack. One more thing, just really quick, when you are just cutting full hexagons, you just put the hexagon on your charm square and you cut. I like to use a rotating mat. This is a new size of the Kimberly Cut rotating mat. It's a 9.5 inch, and I love this mat. But for the half hexagons, and you can cut up to 4 at a time, we are just going to line that line up. I actually am going to cut this side like this first because that will ensure that I have plenty of room there to cut my other half. Okay, so I've cut these 2 half hexagons, and then I'm just going to repeat the process and cut these. The other thing you can do if you're working with non-directional fabric is you can actually also just fold your charm square in half and cut it that way. Okay, so I've got 2 half hexagons there, and I've got 2 half hexagons here. And of course I have this one as well that I had already previously cut. So that's just a little kind of tutorial on how you cut them. Now I'm going to rather quickly just show you how you go about sewing them together. Okay, so I've previously cut these hexagons and laid them out. I'm just going to make kind of a little mug rug, I think. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was 8 charm squares. And so I'm just going to sew them together and make a little mug rug. And when you sew half hexagons together, you actually sew them by horizontal rows. So I'm just going to kind of separate those out so you can see it a little bit easier. Now, there are also some rulers on the market that are just shaped like a half hexagon. And if you already have one of those or something, you might be able to use that also. They come in all different sizes. There are a lot of them out there. I sized this one perfectly because I wanted it to work for a pattern that I already had and upcoming patterns. And as I said earlier, I really wanted it to fit in a charm square. But I love that you can do the full hexagons or the half hexagons using this ruler. Okay, before we get started, I just want to make it really clear that the benefit to working with half hexagons is that you don't have to sew any Y seams or mark dots on the back of your fabric or try to judge where the exact 1/4 inch from the end is. I actually don't mind sewing Y seams and using the dots, but it is a lot easier. And as you can see, you can get the exact same look by sewing half hexagons where you don't need to do any marking or any worrying or any Y seams. It is all just going to be traditional straight seams. Okay, so anyway, we're going to sew these together, and I've actually got a little strip here I can show you that I already sewed. Okay, so this was just 2 little hex. If this was going to be a bigger project, you would have the top there, and you would have that one there. But all you do is you sew them right sides together. You just line them up and sew your regular seam. I really like to press the seams open, and it just makes it easier when you're connecting everything. So just to show you again, you're just going to line up right sides together, and both edges are going to match, and you just sew a 1/4 inch seam, and then you sew this one to this one, this one to this one, and so on. So anyway, with this, you're going to sew this into 4 different rows, and then we will sew the rows together. Okay, I went over to the sewing machine and I sewed these 2 rows together just so I could show you what it looks like. And yeah, I just matched them up and sewed my 1/4 inch seam, I pressed the seams open. Again, I really like doing it that way. And so there you have the 2 rows together. And then what you do is you just add the next row and add the next row until your project is done. Now, I'm going to move these out of the way so I can actually show you how I'm going to trim that. Okay, so when I did this, I was actually just working with the charm pack, and I had a 12-inch by 18-inch pillow form. And so I thought, great, I'm just going to make something that will work with this pillow. There were 8 half-hexagons in a row and 6 rows. So that gave me my 48 half-hexagons that I cut from my 24 charm squares. And anyway, once I got that all sewn together, it was a little bit bigger than I needed it, and so I trimmed it down. And what I always do when I trim is I just kind of straighten the edges on the sides, and I actually did that with this too. You can see that the full hexagon is not really there. But what you do is you just get a ruler and your rotary cutter. And what I like to do is I just usually I just trim it, make sure it's straight on both sides. I'm going to trim the other side. Okay, so you'll end up with a rectangular piece or square, depending on what your kind of configuration is. But anyway, once you have that piece, then you can quilt it. I just did straight line quilting on my regular machine. I wasn't even super particular about keeping it all perfectly even. But once you do that quilting, you really cannot even tell where the seams were with these half hexagons. So it's just a great way to make a hexagon project. You know, by working with the half hexagons, you can do regular sewing and you can make something and it looks like you've sewn a complicated Y seam when you really haven't. The one thing you have to do is you do have to lay everything out so that you know where it's going to go. And I really suggest once you get everything laid for your project all laid out, that you take a picture of it with your phone. Because as I was sewing this, I actually did get confused a couple times and had to go look at my phone and make sure everything was in the right place. So I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial on how to sew with half hexagons. And again, I do have, you know, this is just free. I just have all the information on my website if you wanted to make a pillow like this, or really it's super easy to customize it to any size that you want to make. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to head over to my website. It's linked in the description below, where you can get all of the details about this project that I did with using the half hexagons. And if you enjoyed the video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.